You will be tested. Not once, not twice, but every single day. The world doesn't reward the fragile, it crushes the weak and crowns the resilient. Mental fortitude isn't given, it's forged in silence, in pain, in persistence. You want an unbreakable mind? Then stop chasing comfort and start embracing resistance. Because strength isn't born, it's built. And starting now, that's exactly what you'll do.
You were not built for comfort. You were built for challenge, for resistance, for growth. Every time you escape discomfort, you train your mind to retreat. And every retreat becomes a habit. Every avoidance becomes a chain that ties you to weakness. The truth is simple. Your mind grows when it's uncomfortable. Discomfort is the gym of your psychology. Resistance is the weight that builds your inner muscle. And every easy choice weakens you. Think about it. The comfort of the bed at 6 a.m., the comfort of scrolling instead of reading, the comfort of silence when you should speak. These moments are not neutral. They are decisions that shape who you become. You have a choice every day, right now. You can lean in or you can pull away, and that choice determines your future. Stop looking for balance before you've built strength. Stop searching for peace before you've earned it through pain. Because growth doesn't happen in relaxation. It happens in resistance. When you push your limits. When you do the thing your mind tells you to avoid. Cold showers, early mornings, rejection, silence. These are not punishments. They are training sessions. They are the daily disciplines that rewire your brain for strength. You say you want confidence? Then stop hiding from challenge. You say you want peace? Then stop avoiding the storm. You say you want strength? Then stop escaping discomfort. Every time you choose the harder path, you tell your mind, I am in control. You tell your fear, you don't decide how I live. You tell your excuses, you don't run this show anymore. And here's the truth most people will never understand. The stronger your mind becomes, the less you need comfort. The weaker your mind is, the more comfort you crave. That's the equation. You can't cheat it. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's your invitation. It's the sign that says, this is where you grow. When it hurts, it's working. When it's easy, you're coasting. When it burns, you're becoming. Think of any strong person you admire, a soldier, an athlete, a survivor. They didn't get there because life was kind to them. They got there because they didn't escape their pain. They faced it. They walked through it, and they came out unbreakable. You can too, but it begins with one simple rule. Lean in when you want to pull away. When your alarm rings and your body says no, lean in. When someone criticizes you and you want to defend yourself, lean in. When your plan fails and you want to quit, lean in. Every time you lean in, you add another brick to the fortress of your mind. That's how mental fortitude is built, not through motivation, but through resistance. Because motivation fades, but discipline, once trained, stays. Understand this. The goal isn't to be comfortable. The goal is to be capable. Comfort never made anyone strong. Comfort never taught resilience. Comfort never built character. You don't need the world to go easy on you. You need to grow stronger than what the world throws at you. That's what discomfort gives you, the gift of endurance, of calm under chaos, of strength under stress. People think avoiding discomfort will make them happy. It doesn't. It makes them fragile. It makes them anxious because the mind knows when it's shrinking. It knows when you're running away. So stop running. Face it. Feel it. And stay there long enough to grow. You want to change your life? Start here. Do something uncomfortable every single day. Not to punish yourself, but to prepare yourself. When you face discomfort voluntarily, you build confidence. Because you realize the pain you feared was survivable. You faced it, you endured it, and you came out stronger. It's not about perfection, it's about direction. Every act of courage, no matter how small, compounds. And one day you'll realize you no longer fear the hard things. You seek them. Because you understand. Growth lives there. Strength lives there. Peace lives there. Repeat this to yourself until it becomes instinct. Lean in when you want to pull away. Say it when you wake up tired. Say it when life feels unfair. Say it when fear starts whispering. Because every repetition builds a new belief, and belief creates behavior. Remember, your comfort zone is not your friend. It's a prison with soft walls. It keeps you safe, but small. You can stay there, but nothing great will ever happen there. Every achievement, every breakthrough, every transformation, it all begins with discomfort. So embrace it, search for it, train with it, and let it sharpen you into someone who no longer breaks when life hits hard. Because this is what mental fortitude truly is. Not the absence of pain, but the mastery of it. Not the removal of challenge, but the refusal to surrender. You want to build an unbreakable mind? Then make discomfort your daily companion. Welcome it, use it, and transform it into strength. You've taken the first step. You've faced what most people spend their entire lives avoiding. You've stopped escaping discomfort. Now, it's time to go deeper. Because discomfort builds strength. But strength means nothing without discipline.
Motivation is unreliable. It fades. It changes. It disappears when you need it most. But discipline is the structure that stands when everything else collapses. It doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't need inspiration. It doesn't wait for the perfect conditions. It simply executes. You see, people chase motivation. The strong chase structure. The average wait to feel ready. The disciplined act even when they're not. That's the difference. That's the separation between the ones who dream and the ones who do. Between potential and performance. Between the life you wish you had and the one you build. Because discipline creates predictability. Predictability creates peace. And peace is the reward of self-control. When your days have structure, your mind finds clarity. When your actions are consistent, your confidence grows. When your word becomes law, your life gains order. This is the key. Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is liberation. It's not a prison. It's a system. It's not punishment. It's preparation. Freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want. Freedom comes from mastering what you must. The truth is, discipline and freedom are not opposites. They are partners. Without discipline, freedom turns into chaos. Without structure, your choices destroy you. But when discipline guides your choices, freedom flourishes. You wake up early, not because you like it, but because you've chosen control. You plan your day, not because it's fun, but because it protects your focus. You train your body, not for appearance, but for alignment. You show up for yourself because you said you would. Every time you follow through, you prove to your mind that your word is law. And that is how power is built. Internally, quietly, consistently. When you say, "I will," and then you do, something shifts. Your brain begins to trust you. Your self-respect grows. Your confidence strengthens. That's how strong people move. Not with hype, not with noise, but with integrity, repeated daily. You have a choice, right now, to keep living by impulse or to live by intention. If you choose discipline, everything changes. Your focus sharpens. Your peace deepens. Your actions become deliberate. Because when you control yourself, you no longer need to control everything else. That's the real freedom. Not chaos, not comfort, control. And once you experience that kind of freedom, you'll never want the old version of yourself again. The version that needed motivation. The version that waited to feel ready. The version that broke every promise it made. That version dies here. And a stronger version begins. One that moves with structure. One that commands respect, starting from within. Remember this. Discipline is not about what you lose. It's about what you gain. Peace, power, clarity. It's the foundation for everything that follows. So from this moment forward, live by this truth. Discipline first, feelings later. Say it until it becomes part of you. Say it when you're tired. Say it when you're tempted. Say it when you want to quit. Because every time you honor your discipline, you strengthen your identity. And identity is everything. Once you know who you are, nothing can shake you. You've built the structure. You've built the foundation. Now it's time to strengthen what stands on top of it. Because discipline gives you control, but control is useless without understanding your emotions.
Comfort is the silent killer of greatness. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't attack you directly. It whispers. It seduces. It convinces you that you've earned a rest when you've barely started. Comfort is not your friend. It's your enemy dressed in luxury. It's the slow death of ambition. It tells you you've done enough when you've done the bare minimum. It tells you you deserve this when you've avoided the real work. The truth is harsh. Comfort destroys kings. Say it until it burns into your mind. Comfort destroys kings. Look around. How many people you once admired have disappeared into ease? How many dreams have died on the couch of convenience? How many powerful minds became fragile because they stopped testing themselves? This is what comfort does. It dulls the blade. You stop sharpening your mind. You stop stretching your limits. You stop seeking resistance. And when resistance disappears, so does growth. It's not about being reckless. It's about staying ready. When you live too comfortably, you lose your edge. You lose the hunger that built you. You lose the discipline that defined you. The human mind is designed for challenge. It's built to struggle, to adapt, to overcome. When you take away all struggle, the mind starts to decay. It becomes anxious, unfocused, and weak. That's why people who live in constant ease often feel restless. They think something is missing. They're right. What's missing is friction. What's missing is purpose. What's missing is the fire that discomfort brings. You have to understand this. Discomfort keeps you alive. It keeps you alert. It keeps you evolving. The moment life gets too easy, you begin to rot. History's strongest minds weren't comfortable. They didn't seek pleasure, they sought pressure. They didn't run from difficulty, they ran toward it. Every breakthrough, every invention, every revolution was born out of struggle. Pressure created progress. Pain created power. Challenge created champions. Comfort creates nothing. It only consumes. It only weakens. It only distracts. You have a choice. You can live in the temporary pleasure of ease or the permanent satisfaction of growth. One lasts minutes. The other lasts a lifetime. The comfortable life feels good, but it empties you. The disciplined life feels hard, but it fulfills you. It's not about pleasure. It's about purpose. It's not about feeling good. It's about becoming strong. When you choose comfort, you trade long-term power for short-term relief. That's a bad deal. That's the deal most people take. And that's why most people never rise. Ask yourself, where in your life have you gotten too comfortable? Where have you stopped pushing? Where have you accepted average? Is it your body? Your work? Your relationships? Your mind? Comfort hides there, in the spaces where you stop demanding more from yourself. You stop waking up early because you deserve rest. You stop learning because you already know enough. You stop risking because you might fail. That's how comfort wins, by convincing you to stand still. But standing still is not peace. It's slow decay. Because the world keeps moving. The strong keep training. The disciplined keep building. While you're resting, they're rising. Comfort tells you to take it easy. Discipline tells you to stay ready. Comfort says, you've earned a break. Discipline says, you're just getting started. Comfort says, be safe. Discipline says, be strong. You have to decide which voice you'll obey, because both live in your head. One leads to comfort, the other leads to power. Let's be honest. Comfort feels good. That's why it's so dangerous. It's the easy path, the path of least resistance, the path everyone else takes. But here's what they don't tell you. The easy path always costs more in the end. It costs your ambition. It costs your growth. It costs your potential. The hard path hurts, but it pays. It gives you self-respect. It gives you pride. It gives you control. You want to feel alive again? Do something that scares you. Do something that demands effort. Do something that hurts. Because pain is not punishment. It's proof you're alive. Discomfort is not suffering. It's the signal of progress. When you feel it, lean into it. Don't run. Don't hide. Don't numb it. Use it. The most dangerous comfort is not physical. It's mental. Mental comfort tells you you're doing fine. It tells you you've done enough. It tells you to stop questioning, stop pushing, stop changing. That voice is the assassin of greatness. That's the voice you must destroy. The truth is simple. You either master comfort or comfort masters you. You either use it wisely or it uses you completely. Stop decorating your cage and calling it freedom. Stop mistaking comfort for peace. Peace comes from strength. Strength comes from challenge. Challenge comes from discomfort. So if you want peace, start chasing resistance. Start breaking patterns. Start rebuilding your tolerance for pain. Start training your mind to stay calm under chaos. Because the goal is not to live in constant struggle. The goal is to be strong enough to handle whatever life brings. That's what real comfort is, knowing you can face anything. But to earn that kind of comfort, you must first reject the false one. You must step into discomfort voluntarily every single day. Do the hard workout. Have the hard conversation. Take the hard path. Not because it's easy, but because it's right. Every time you do, you win a small war within yourself. You teach your brain, I am stronger than my excuses. You remind your spirit, I am built for more than ease. You declare to the world, Comfort doesn't control me. I control me. Say it with me. Comfort destroys kings. Comfort destroys kings. Comfort destroys kings. Every time you choose the harder option, you rebuild your throne. Every time you reject ease, you reclaim your crown. And every time you face discomfort, you remind yourself you were never meant to live small. You were meant to expand, to rise, to evolve. So stop choosing comfort. It's not helping you. It's holding you. Step into the fire. Train in the storm and become someone who no longer fears challenge, someone who thrives in it. Because once you stop craving comfort, you start becoming unstoppable. And that's the kind of strength no one can take from you. You've destroyed your attachment to comfort. You faced the truth that ease weakens and struggle strengthens. Now, it's time to take that strength and sharpen it. Because a strong mind means nothing if you can't control what lives inside it.
Emotional control is not repression. Emotional control is direction. You decide where your energy goes. You decide how you respond. The untrained mind reacts. The trained mind responds. That difference defines your entire life. Every day, life will test you. People will push your buttons. Situations will frustrate you. Circumstances will provoke fear, anger, and doubt. Most people react automatically. They explode, they complain, they give in, they let emotion control them. You will learn to respond with power. You will learn to direct energy instead of losing it. You will learn that control is strength, reaction is weakness. Repeat this until it becomes instinct. The gem of the mind. Your mind is a muscle. Emotions are weights. Every moment you resist reacting, every pause before you respond, every controlled breath, you are training. The untrained mind collapses under pressure. The trained mind thrives in it. This is your gym. Your workouts are daily, at work, at home, in traffic, in conflict. Frustration, fear, fatigue. These are not obstacles. These are your reps. These are your sets. These are the exercises that build unbreakable mental strength. Frustration tests your patience. Fear tests your focus. Fatigue tests your discipline. Every time you pass the test, you reinforce your control. Every time you respond rather than react, you reinforce your power. Every time you pause instead of exploding, you grow stronger. The pause that changes everything. You have a choice. You can react impulsively, letting your emotions run wild, or you can pause, observe, decide. The pause is not weakness. The pause is mastery. It is the moment where you reclaim power from chaos. It is the place where rational thought meets raw emotion. It is the space where transformation happens. The world trains people to react. Media, social pressure, constant stimulation, they push you to respond, to lash out, to surrender control. But you will be different. You will build the habit of pause. You will create space between stimulus and reaction. Because in that space lies freedom. In that space lies clarity. In that space lies strength. Emotional detachment. Emotional control requires detachment, not coldness, not indifference, but distance. Distance from drama, distance from chaos, distance from the demands of weak minds. You will feel anger. You will feel disappointment. You will feel fear. But you are not these feelings. You observe them. You guide them. You use them as fuel, not chains. Detachment frees you from emotional slavery. It allows you to act with clarity. It allows you to respond with discipline. It allows you to remain anchored while others drift in storms of emotion. You have a choice. You can cling to every emotion, let it control you, and surrender your power. Or you can detach, observe, and command. Control is strength. Reaction is weakness. Real-life training. Every day offers opportunities to train your emotional muscles. Traffic jams. Most people honk, yell, and fume. You remain calm. You pause. You redirect energy to focus on the drive, not the frustration. Work challenges. When someone criticizes you, the untrained mind reacts defensively. The trained mind listens, evaluates, and responds constructively. Personal conflict. The weak mind argues. The strong mind chooses timing, tone, and impact. Every controlled response strengthens your mental architecture. Every reaction that you avoid is a rep for your emotional discipline. Every moment you pause instead of explode, you train your internal muscles. This is not theory. This is practice. This is the way the strongest minds operate. This is the difference between those who break under pressure and those who thrive under it. Command your emotional energy. Your emotions are energy. Energy follows attention. Where you place your focus, your emotion follows. You can let fear dominate your thoughts, or you can focus on action. You can let anger control your responses, or you can channel it into resolution. You can let frustration paralyze your decisions, or you can convert it into clarity. You have a choice. This is the key. Do not waste energy on reaction. Do not surrender power to circumstance. Do not hand control over to people, events, or moods. Direct your energy. Command it. Focus it. This is the hallmark of the unbreakable mind. This is how leaders remain composed when others collapse. This is how champions maintain momentum when others quit. Control is strength. Reaction is weakness. Daily practice. To master emotional control, you must train consistently. 1. Awareness. Catch the emotion the moment it rises. Name it. Recognize it. Do not suppress it. Observe it. 2. Pause. Take a breath. Count silently to 3. Delay reaction. Create space. 3. Direction. Decide how you will respond. Not impulsively, not emotionally. Strategically, intentionally, and with authority. Repeat this every day. Do not expect perfection. Expect repetition. Expect progress. The untrained mind will resist. It will want instant results. Ignore that. Discipline is built slowly, steadily, and consistently. Every success reinforces neural pathways. Every failure teaches the next correction. Over time, emotional control becomes automatic. Your mind will act before you even consciously choose. That is power. The emotional leader. The strongest people are not those without emotions. They are the ones who govern them. They are the ones who control their energy even when chaos surrounds them. They remain steady. They remain deliberate. They remain disciplined. In every relationship, in every workplace, in every challenge, the person who can master their emotional state commands respect. Control is strength. Reaction is weakness. You will repeat this mantra until it becomes instinct. It will guide every decision. It will strengthen every interaction. It will build a fortress around your mind. You have trained your emotional muscles. You have learned to observe instead of react. You have learned to pause instead of explode. You have learned to direct instead of surrender. This is the foundation of mental toughness. This is the inner strength that cannot be shaken by circumstances. This is the difference between reacting to life and commanding it. You are not weak. You are disciplined. You are not reactive. You are intentional. You are not at the mercy of others or events. You are in control. You have mastered your emotional muscles. Now it is time to master your environment, your routines, and your systems.
The words you speak are not just sounds. They are bricks. They build the walls of your mind. They shape your thoughts. They shape your actions. They shape your life. Every time you say, I can't, you weaken yourself. Every time you say, I'll try, you give yourself an escape route. Every time you say, maybe, you invite doubt to settle in. Weak language builds weak results. Weak language creates weak habits. Weak language kills ambition before it even begins. Commanding language, on the other hand, builds strength. Commanding language builds certainty. Commanding language builds results. Say it with me. Speak strength, become strength. Repeat it until it becomes a reflex. Repeat it until it defines your identity. The power of words. Words carry energy. They carry intention. They carry consequence. When you speak weakness, the world notices. Your mind notices. Your actions notice. And soon, your life reflects the words you speak.
The world glorifies bursts of effort. Society celebrates the sprint, the overnight success, the all-in, once-a-month effort. But let me tell you something. Mastery is never built in a single push. It is built day after day. It is built in repetition. It is built in small, consistent steps. One step a day beats one sprint a month. Small daily wins create unshakable confidence. This is the secret of the unbreakable mind. Intensity is loud. Consistency is quiet. Intensity brings excitement. Consistency brings results. Consistency builds unshakable strength. You have a choice. You can chase excitement, or you can build power. You can sprint, or you can walk steadily toward your goal. This is the key. The untrained mind confuses activity with progress. The disciplined mind understands that slow, steady movement creates unbreakable results. The illusion of intensity. Most people fall for the trap of intensity. They work hard for a week. They burn bright. They feel accomplished. Then burnout hits. Motivation fades. Life happens, and their progress disappears. Intensity is a firework, flashy, bright, brief. Consistency is the sun, silent, constant, unstoppable. You don't need bursts of effort to build an unbreakable mind. You need repeated action, repeated choice, repeated focus. You don't need perfection. You need persistence. Small daily steps beat sporadic heroics every time. Momentum compounds. Habits reinforce themselves. Confidence grows quietly until it becomes unstoppable. Small daily wins create unshakable confidence. Repeat it. Say it until it burns into your system. Say it until your brain demands repetition, until your habits align with it. The science of consistency. Consistency is not luck. It is not magic. It is about cause and effect. When you do the same thing daily, repetition, 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 your neural pathways strengthen. Your brain learns to execute. Your mind learns to endure. Your body learns to sustain. One push-up today doesn't feel like much. One disciplined meal doesn't feel like a victory. One small action doesn't feel like progress. But over time, these actions compound. The mind begins to recognize your persistence. The body begins to adapt. The results emerge silently, almost invisibly, until one day you look back and the mountain you thought was impossible has been climbed step by step. Consistency beats intensity because consistency is predictable. Consistency allows recovery. Consistency allows growth without collapse. Consistency builds resilience because it doesn't rely on emotion. Intensity relies on motivation. Motivation is fleeting. Discipline is eternal. You have a choice. This is the key. Real-life examples. Look at history's strongest minds. Athletes, leaders, entrepreneurs. Their lives were not built on occasional bursts of effort. The athlete who trains every day for 30 minutes outperforms the one who trains 8 hours once a month. The writer who writes 500 words daily surpasses the one who writes 5,000 words sporadically. The business person who makes disciplined, incremental improvements every day dominates the one who chases big moves with no follow-through. Every time you choose consistency over intensity, you strengthen the muscle of persistence. Every time you commit to showing up, even when you don't feel like it, you train your mind to value process over emotion. Every day you repeat the small action, you reinforce the foundation of unshakable confidence. Overcoming the urge for quick results. The untrained mind craves speed. It wants results now. It wants excitement, drama, and visible proof. But the disciplined mind understands a simple truth. Results built on emotion are fragile. Results built on consistency are permanent. You will face resistance. You will face doubt. You will face boredom. Consistency is not glamorous. Consistency is not exciting. But it is the only way to create mastery. Remember, the unbreakable mind does not chase feelings. It follows systems. It follows routines. It follows repetition. Intensity is emotion-driven. Consistency is discipline-driven. It's not about working harder sporadically. It's about working steadily every day. It's not about big wins. It's about small daily victories that compound into dominance. Small daily wins create unshakable confidence. The daily habit of the unbreakable mind. You want to build strength? Start with the routine. Show up daily. No excuses. Do what matters even if it feels small. Small actions repeated become habits. Habits repeated become identity. Identity repeated become unshakable power. This is why consistency beats intensity. Because life will challenge you. Life will test your patience. Life will tempt you with shortcuts, with excitement, with the illusion of progress. The person who endures is the one who shows up every day. The person who endures wins. The person who endures creates confidence that cannot be shaken by chaos, emotion, or circumstance. You have a choice. You can sprint for a day and collapse for a week, or you can walk steadily for years and dominate forever. This is the key. Small daily wins create unshakable confidence. Repetition and reinforcement. Your mind learns through repetition. Your habits are formed through repetition. Your character is built through repetition. Make this your mantra. Show up every day. Do the work even if small. Avoid the temptation to chase intensity. Let consistency compound silently. Do this daily without fail. Do this even when motivation fades. Do this even when excitement dies. Do this even when the world celebrates bursts and ignores the steady climb. Consistency is your edge. Consistency is your strength. Consistency builds identity. Consistency builds results. Consistency builds unshakable confidence. You have chosen the path of discipline. You have learned the power of repetition over emotion. You have learned that small daily wins outperform sporadic heroics. You have built a foundation that cannot be destroyed by chaos, emotion, or circumstance. Now it is time to combine this consistency with focus, because consistency without direction is wasted effort. Discipline without focus is wasted energy.
You are not in control of the outcome. You are only in control of your effort. This is the fundamental truth most people refuse to accept. They obsess over results. They worry about recognition. They crave approval. But results are fleeting. They are temporary. They rise. They fall. They can be taken from you. They can vanish in a moment. Habits, however, are permanent. Habits compound silently. Habits become identity. Habits create unshakable power. Detach from the outcome, control your effort, master your habits, repeat daily. Detach, execute, repeat. Say it until it becomes instinct. The trap of obsession with results. Most people fail because they tie their self-worth to results. They measure themselves by external approval. They measure themselves by immediate success. The entrepreneur obsessed with sales numbers burns out. The athlete obsessed with trophies collapses under pressure. The student obsessed with grades loses focus on learning. Results are outside your control. The market changes, people change, circumstances change. You cannot control these forces. What you can control is how you act. What you can control is whether you show up. What you can control is whether you execute consistently. This is discipline. This is power. This is freedom. Detach, execute, repeat. Effort over outcome. The unbreakable mind values effort over outcome. It does not measure success by applause. It measures success by execution. Show up every day, do the work, commit fully. Do not focus on whether people notice. Do not focus on whether the reward comes. Do not focus on whether the results match your expectations. The effort itself is the investment. Execution is the currency. The outcome is simply the reflection. When you detach from the outcome, you free your mind. You remove distraction. You remove anxiety. You remove doubt. You have a choice. This is the key. Emotional detachment. Detaching from outcomes is not indifference. It is not laziness. It is not surrender. It is focus. It is clarity. It is mental armor against chaos. When others panic, you remain steady. When others quit because results are slow, you persist. When others lose control of their emotions over fleeting wins or failures, you remain disciplined. Detach emotionally from results, but attach mentally to your process. Detach from what happens. Commit to what you can control. Detach, execute, repeat. Real-life applications. Consider the athlete training for years without a championship. Consider the artist perfecting their craft without recognition. Consider the entrepreneur building systems that fail before they succeed. They focus not on the immediate outcome. They focus on the work. They focus on daily consistency. And over time, their habits compound. Their effort becomes unstoppable. Their results arrive naturally. The detached mind is free to innovate, adapt, and endure. The attached mind is trapped in stress, fear, and frustration. This is why emotional detachment is not optional. It is essential. The psychology of detachment. Attachment to outcomes creates pressure. Pressure creates stress.
Stress distorts decision-making. Distorted decisions lead to mistakes. Mistakes destroy progress. Detach, and you remove pressure. Detach, and you gain clarity. Detach, and your mind can operate at full capacity. Detachment does not mean lack of ambition. Detachment means control. It means focusing your energy where it matters most, on what you can do, not on what you cannot. You have a choice. You can be enslaved by results, or you can be free through detachment. Detach, execute, repeat. Building the habit of detachment. Daily practice is required. Detachment does not come automatically. Step 1. Identify the outcome you are attached to. Step 2. Shift your focus to the process instead of the result. Step 3. Execute with full effort regardless of recognition or reward. Step 4. Repeat daily until it becomes instinct. Do not wait for motivation. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Do not chase validation. Validation is unreliable. Your results are temporary. Do not measure progress by applause. Applause is fleeting. Measure progress by execution. Measure progress by consistency. Measure progress by control over your actions. Detach, execute, repeat. The freedom of detachment. Detachment liberates you. It allows you to take risks without fear. It allows you to fail without shame. It allows you to act decisively when others hesitate. The unbreakable mind is not controlled by external events. It is controlled by internal discipline. It is fueled by focus, not fear. It is empowered by effort, not outcome. When you detach, you stop wasting energy on what you cannot control. You start investing energy in what actually matters: your work, your habits, your choices. This is mental freedom. This is power beyond circumstance. This is the hallmark of the unshakable mind. Repetition and reinforcement. Repeat this mantra. Control your effort. Detach from the outcome. Focus on your process. Execute every day. Detach from emotion. Detach from pressure. Detach from expectation. Do not surrender your peace to results. Do not surrender your clarity to uncertainty. Do not surrender your discipline to impatience. Detach, execute, repeat. You have learned to detach from results. You have learned to focus on effort. You have learned to commit to habits over fleeting outcomes. This is control. This is freedom. This is unbreakable mental strength. Now you are prepared to sharpen your focus further, because detachment without direction is wasted energy. Discipline without focus is wasted potential.
You cannot hear your inner voice when the world is too loud. You cannot grow when you are constantly distracted. You cannot master your mind if you are endlessly seeking approval from others. Solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is recalibration. It is the space where clarity emerges. It is the place where your focus sharpens. It is the environment where discipline is reinforced. Alone doesn't mean empty. Alone means focused. Repeat it. Say it until it becomes instinct. Alone is not weakness. Alone is power.
Pain is inevitable. Discomfort is unavoidable. Struggle is the constant companion of growth. The question is not whether you will face it. The question is how you respond when it arrives. Pain is feedback. It is not punishment. It is a guide. It tells you where to grow, not where to stop. The unbreakable do not avoid pain. They do not shrink from it. They do not numb it with excuses, distractions, or blame. They translate it into fuel. They transform it into progress. They make it a weapon in the pursuit of mastery. Pain sharpens, avoidance dulls. Repeat it. Say it until it becomes instinct. Pain as a teacher. Every setback carries a lesson. Every failure contains insight. Every wound exposes opportunity. When your pride is hurt, you learn humility. When your body is exhausted, you learn endurance. When your emotions are challenged, you learn control. Pain is not a wall. Pain is a doorway. Pain is the signal that growth is happening. The untrained mind runs from discomfort. It avoids challenges. It hides from difficulty. It seeks comfort at the expense of strength. The disciplined mind leans in. It examines the pain. It extracts wisdom. It converts suffering into power. Pain sharpens. Avoidance dulls. Real-world examples. Consider the athlete who trains through soreness. Consider the entrepreneur who fails multiple times before succeeding. Consider the leader who faces criticism yet continues to act decisively. Their power does not come from luck. It does not come from natural talent. It comes from persistence in the face of adversity. Pain is the tool. Discomfort is the forge. Every challenge strengthens the unbreakable mind. Do not seek to eliminate pain. Seek to understand it. Seek to use it. Seek to let it fuel your discipline. Pain sharpens. Avoidance dulls. How pain fuels growth. Pain exposes weaknesses. Weaknesses are not failures, they are opportunities. If your body aches after training, it signals where strength is needed. If your ego is bruised by criticism, it signals where humility is required. If your plans fail, it signals where strategy must improve. Every time you avoid pain, you reinforce weakness. Every time you confront pain, you build resilience. Every time you translate discomfort into action, you grow stronger mentally, emotionally, and physically. The unbreakable mind sees pain as information, not as punishment, not as something to run from, not as a verdict on your value. Pain sharpens, avoidance dulls. The psychology of resistance. The mind naturally avoids discomfort. It prefers safety. It prefers ease. Most people believe pain is a sign to stop. Most people think struggle is a signal of failure. Most people interpret discomfort as danger. The disciplined mind sees differently. It sees pain as a signal to step up. It sees struggle as an opportunity to test limits. It sees discomfort as the cost of mastery. You have a choice. This is the key. Pain sharpens. Avoidance dulls. Practical steps to convert pain into power. 1. Acknowledge the pain. Do not deny it. Do not numb it. Face it fully. Identify what it is teaching you. 2. Analyze its source. Ask yourself, what is this revealing about my mind, my body, or my habits? Every discomfort carries actionable insight. 3. Apply the lesson. Use the information. Adjust your actions, strengthen the weak points, refine your strategy. 4. Repeat the process. Every day brings new challenges. Every day presents opportunities for growth. Make facing discomfort a habit. Pain is the furnace. Action is the hammer. Discipline is the skill. Together, they forge the unbreakable mind. Pain sharpens. Avoidance dulls. The role of mental toughness. Physical pain is temporary. Emotional pain is challenging. Mental pain is relentless. The unbreakable mind thrives because it does not fear these forms of suffering. It trains itself to endure. It trains itself to learn. It trains itself to convert adversity into advantage. Every obstacle faced is practice. Every challenge met is a rep from mental fortitude. Every uncomfortable moment is an opportunity to prove that your discipline outweighs your fear. Weak minds crumble under pain. Strong minds grow through it. You have a choice. This is the key. Pain sharpens. Avoidance dulls. Repetition and reinforcement. Make this your mantra. Lean into discomfort. Observe what it teaches. Take action despite fear. Repeat daily. Every day you avoid pain, you delay growth. Every day you embrace pain, you accelerate mastery. This is not theoretical. This is behavioral. Action in the presence of discomfort creates unshakable confidence. Inaction in the presence of pain creates mediocrity. Pain sharpens, avoidance dulls. Transforming life through pain. The unbreakable mind understands life will hurt, life will challenge, life will test. And yet those who transform pain into fuel rise. Those who see struggle as opportunity conquer. Those who lean into discomfort dominate circumstances instead of being dominated by them. Your past pain is a resource. Your current struggles are a tool. Your future challenges are a proving ground. You do not need permission to grow. You do not need approval to endure. You do not need comfort to succeed. Pain is your teacher. Discipline is your method. Action is your weapon. Pain sharpens. Avoidance dulls. You have learned to confront pain. You have learned to stop running. You have learned to convert suffering into strength. You have learned that discomfort is not an obstacle, it is fuel. Now you are prepared to combine this strength with control and focus, because power without direction is wasted energy. Discipline without focus is wasted potential.
Life does not wait for readiness. It does not pause for comfort. It does not accommodate fear. Chaos will arrive. Pain will arrive. Disappointment will arrive. And when it does, your character is tested. Not your intentions, not your plans, not your excuses. Your character is tested in the moment you feel like breaking. You have a choice. You can crumble, or you can remain unshakable. Stay steady, stay solid, stay unbreakable. Repeat it until it becomes instinct.
Strength is not about what you lift, it's about what you carry within. You've learned that pain is a teacher, that discipline is the path, and that emotional control is your armor. The unbreakable mind isn't born. It's built through daily choices, small victories, and relentless repetition. Stop waiting for the world to go easy on you. It never will. Instead, harden your focus, train your emotions, master your silence, and execute relentlessly. From this moment forward, your standard is unbreakable. You either lead your mind or you lose to it. The choice is yours. Act accordingly.